Just shows you how quickly fortunes can change on Sporting Chance. But next, it's our time trial, where we give each team exactly a minute to come up with 10 answers, all on a common theme. There are 15 points at stake here, so this round can make a lot of difference as well. The first 5 correct answers get a point each. After that, it's 2 points of time. First to go is the Rose. Please use Kirsty McDermott to pass on your answers, please. Here's your question, and it's on athletics. Name the last 10 different Olympic marathon champions. The last 10 different Olympic marathon champions, starting from now.
Carlos Lopez.
Correct.
Cierpinski.
Short.
Correct.
Twice Cierpinski. Shorter.
Correct.
Abiba Bikila.
Yes.
Emil Zatopek.
Zatopek.
That's right, you've got 5.
Mahmoudi. Mamoun.
Alain Mamoun of France, correct.
Yeah.
Sabala.
4 to get.
Sabala.
Juan Sabala in 1932 was a difficult one. 3 to get. 30 seconds left.
Kutz.
No. Kutz.
Nurmi. No.
No, not Barbara Nurmi.
Bikila.
3 to get.
Gorno.
No.
Headley. No. What's his name? The British one.
9 points have got. 3 to get. 10 seconds. Oh, it's a bit like a badly run marathon there, went sprinting off at the start, but couldn't stay the course, as it were. The ones they didn't get: Mamo Waldi, Ethiopia, 68, one of the great Ethiopian runners; Delfo Cabrera of Argentina in 48, and Kitei Son of Japan in 1936. That wasn't easy, that one. But now the Engine are under starters' orders. They too have a minute to provide 10 answers. David Mills, your spokesman here. Don't forget, subject of your question is also the Olympics and athletics. Name the last 10 different Olympic 800 metres champions. The last 10 different Olympic 800 metre champions. Time starts now.
Whitfield.
Correct, in 48. Start with the difficult ones.
Courtney.
Courtney in 56.
Snell.
Yes, that's another.
Dubell.
Ralph Dubell of Australia.
Wattle.
Wattle the Throttle. 5 you've got.
Orvet.
Of course. 7 points. 4 to get.
Cruz.
9 points. 3 to get.
Wantarina.
Who could forget him? 11, the big Cuban. 2 to get.
Low.
No. 25 seconds. A little bit less now. 11 points scored. 2 to get. Olympic 800 metre champions. You've got 8 out of 10. Going back through the Olympics here, but they're not coming up with any names.
Lovelock.
No. And not going to get them there. And it's the first ones are easy. It's those last questions that are so difficult to answer. John Woodruff, the American, 1936, and one of our lads, Tommy Hampson of Great Britain, in 1932. How dare you forget one of our lads. So let's see how round 4, the Beat the Clock, has affected the scoreboard now. And 21 points, the Rose from Wallsend. The Engine Wallbottle, 20 points. Certainly couldn't be closer, could it? And they're halfway through the contest now, and that means we're taking a short break now. Join us again soon for the second half of this semi-final here on Sporting Chance. Welcome back to Sporting Chance, and at half-time in this second semi-final match, the scoreline was desperately close. It's the Rose Wallsend at 21 points, the Engine Wallbottle 20 points. And we're back underway again with our test of local knowledge. This is one of those rounds that can often prove rather more difficult than you might expect, but here we go on North East Sport. The Bellevue Speedway team paid a record 30,000p in 1983 for a one-time Middlesbrough star. Who was he?
Mark Courtney.
Mark Courtney is correct, 2 points. Which county did Durham bowl out for just 98 runs in a Gillette Cup match at Chester Street in 1968? Brian Hannaford?
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire, correct, yet they still lost. Who was the only Sunderland player to score a hat-trick last season, 84-85? Kevin Spencer.
Clive Walker.
Correct, against Manchester United. Let's keep the action going as well with another clip for our teams to watch. Take a look at this memorable match, please, for one group of North East fans at least. Final of the 84 Blue Coal Cup. Name the two teams. Barry Wilkinson?
It was Durham Wasps and Dundee.
No, I'm going to want both teams for that. Should get Durham Wasps. It was Fife Flyers. They beat 6-4 at Streatham. I'm not giving any points for that. Should know our own teams. Who was the Wasps player we saw completing his hat-trick in that final? Brian Harrison?
Tilly.
It wasn't Rose. Anyone? Kevin Spencer?
Crapper.
Jamie Crapper, correct. They're Canadian import. Identify this picture of a North East sportsman right here on the bell. Gordon Dowes.
Joe Woff.
It was Joe Woff of South Shields, Commonwealth Games gold medalist and cyclist. So that's the local round there. Let's see now if there's any different gap between the teams. And the Rose just edged away a little bit. They've got 27 points. The Engine Warbottle have 24 points. Round 6 has really given us the chance to search back through the archives. This is where we show each team one of the top moments in sporting history, then ask them to say in what year it took place. Once we've got the year, it then becomes the subject for 3 further questions. First throw is for the Rose. It's another round when Kirsty McDermott is in charge of answers. So can you tell us in what year this happened? Name the two teams and the year, please.
It's West Brom, Manchester City, 1970. Yeah.
West Brom and Manchester City
Correct.
in
1970.
1970.
2 points there. It was the League Cup final in 1970. Glyn Pardo scoring the winner in City's 2-1 victory. So 1970 is your year, and 3 more questions on it now. Which horse did Lester Piggott partner to 3 of his 4 English Classic victories that season?
Nijinsky.
The immortal Nijinsky. Who retained his men's overall World Skiing Championship?
John Claude Keely.
John Keely.
No, afraid it wasn't a famous name, but he didn't win it that year. 70. Anyone got an answer for David Mills?
Clammer.
Another famous name, but it wasn't Glamour either. It was Karl Schranz, or Schranz, of Austria. Back now to the Rose. Who won his first Wimbledon title when he partnered Rosie Casals to victory in the mixed doubles?
Ilie Nastase.
Nastase, indeed. They beat Alex Metrovelli and Olga Morozova in 3 sets. So it's the Engine's turn next. For them too, there's a famous incident from the sporting past to look at. David Mills is in the chair here, don't forget. Here's your action, and it's the year we're after. Bit of help for you. A record 5th World Speedway title for one of the sport's greatest names. Who was he and what was the year? Produce an answer now.
1967.
Correct.
Ove Fonden.
Ove Fundin. I'll give you the benefit of the pronunciation.
Yes.
You were there, really. Of Sweden. And there it is, Fundin, and 67 the year. 3 more questions on 67. Who won the Rugby League Challenge Cup?
Featherstone Rovers.
Absolutely correct. Worth the discussions. Beat Barrow 17-12. Who won their last Football League title? 67. Last Football League title, 67.
Yes. Manchester United.
That's right, you have to think of the European Cup the next year, 67, Manchester United. Who won his only World Motor Racing Drivers' Championship?
Denny Hume. Denny Hume.
Denny Hume of New Zealand in a Brabham. So that's some good work there from the Engine, definitely. And I still think that scoreboard's going to look pretty close as we take another check on it after 6 rounds. And yes, it's the Rose 33, the Engine 32.